Hello everybody. Hope everyone is having a good week. I just want to do a quick update here. Don't want to get deep into it because, to be honest, I am so tired of that group and their lies and denial and gaslighting, and I mean it just gets to wearing on your mind. But for those of you that are new to the community and this channel, I just want to give a little bit of a background. A few years ago, Lloyd Evans took a trip to Thailand, cheated on his wife, and then did a confession video admitting it. And then at the end of that, he invited the community to adjudicate this situation. And then when some of us spoke out and said that he was not entitled to be an advocate for CSA survivors anymore, then he filed a defamatory lawsuit against 7 of us. And some in the community started calling us Mag 7. I think it was Cora that came up with that phrase, if I remember correctly. And then it kind of caught on. And in that time, he has failed to give us any documents. And I want to thank the community for your love and support so much. And those of you who hired a lawyer for the Mag 7. And it's been a big help. It's been a big help. And there were some new documents filed, and we've got them. And we have all decided not to release the documents to the public. But just to give you an idea of what we are facing, I want to say it gave all of us a huge laugh. And when I told my kids and was reading some of this to them, they were laughing too. Because when you see and hear what is in all of these pages for all of us, and this was actually submitted to the court, it is pretty funny. And I just want to say, for those of you who support Lloyd Evans in this court case and in general, I want you to just think about what you are supporting. This is what you are supporting. So in reading through these, and the first half of it is in Croatia, but you can see it is stamped and signed, which looks like the judge's signature. I just have a few comments. In document number 2, that has our name on it, he has a link to the video we did last year, where we re-uploaded the family video. And I am going to play some clips to show you why this is so interesting. Now, when we did this video 9 years ago, why didn't he file a lawsuit then when these things were said? Another thing I want to mention is back then, he went by the name John Cedars. Nobody knew who he really was. None of us knew his real name. In this video, that he has long quotes that was said in this video, not once in that family video did we mention his legal name, because we said John Cedars, because back then nobody knew who he really was. He hid behind an avatar. So how can you possibly have standing in a court of law when you're trying to quote evidence of defamation when there's no mention of your real name? It's inadmissible. You have to prove that we were speaking about you. Okay? Now here is another factoid. He has a timestamp 36 minutes and 30 seconds, approximate. I'm going to play that clip.
John Cedars, in April, you sent my parents that message. In June, you went after me privately. And I want Facebook to know, I want the XJW community to know. That is why I stopped doing videos and why I stopped my activism. Because I recognized the abuse. I have recognized John Cedars for the verbal abuser and bully that he is. And in order for me to protect myself, I had to block John Cedars. And I had to leave the community to escape my abuser.
You can see in his court case, and since Mike and I are both mentioned in this court case, and he's claiming we're defaming him, how can something someone else says, like our daughter, who's not included in this lawsuit, how can we be responsible for what someone else says? Now, it's interesting because when you read through all of these documents, and some of the quotes in some of the other Mag 7's documents of their defamation, like one of them, if I remember correctly, was Cora, Mark and Cora. All she did was retweet a video that somebody else did. So how is she defaming Lloyd just by retweeting a video that she didn't even do? And why didn't he name that person who actually did the video in the court documents, in the lawsuit? So you can see why we're all just shaking our head and saying, oh my God. You know, obviously he doesn't understand legal matters. Now it's interesting because he did a video about the day after the Russian ban. And in there, he shows several of us, clips of several of us, where he takes us out of context. And he says, if you're a Jehovah's Witness just leaving, how would you feel to see these embittered apostates saying stuff like this? How is that not defamation and slander? Especially when we know, and we've all talked about it, he's taken us out of context. Now, I have another one here. And I'm going to put the link down below to our video if you want to go see the whole thing for yourself. Now, I want to remind everybody, that family video was done 9 years ago. The statute of limitations for defamation in Croatia is 3 months. That train has left the station. Okay, so I have another clip here. This is my son-in-law, James.
John, your obsession with my wife is disgusting. Just because you can't get a handle on your own wife, I don't know how she is, but she looks beaten to me. Mm-hmm. Do not sit on the web and try to beat other people's wives, especially my family here.
And see, that's why Cedars got so mad at me towards the end, because I wasn't buckling to his control or his abuse anymore, and he got enraged with me.
Now, first of all, the timestamp is wrong that he has in the court document and where it is in the video. But you can see, it was our kids that said this, not Mike and I. And it was said 9 years ago. And the burden of proof is on Lloyd. And especially since that entire video, there is no mention of his real name. So I just wanted to share this, little bit. And the reason we're not going to share all of these court documents is because we wouldn't want to give anybody any evidence one way or the other. We also don't want to give somebody who filed the lawsuit a heads up of what we're working on for our defense. So, once again, thank you everybody for your kind words of love and support and emails and phone calls and all of this. And I think this is good for the community, to show the community that there are some who want to control everything. These regressive elders, they want to control the narratives, they want to control people, they want to control followers. And there's a few more in this community that it's just shocking. And like we said, please be careful of who you follow, who you give money to. Know who you're supporting. And, you know, we care about all of you. That's why we warn you. That's why we've done these videos all these years warning people. And you can see where it got us. Trying to warn people, speak out. Here in the United States, we have freedom of speech. The First Amendment. Well, guess what? Some don't want us to speak out. Some want to get rid of their history, erase their history, just like Watchtower does. Watchtower does the same thing. They're trying to erase their history. So these regressive elders, they do the same thing. So anyway, I know a lot of you don't like this infighting, but you have to realize that when somebody files a lawsuit against you, and then starts perpetrating lies and slander, we have the right to defend ourselves and let all of you know of what is going on. So I want to thank all of you for watching, and you have a wonderful week. Bye.